And that's Australia off the mark. They'll have to hurry here. That would have been extremely close. First ball, and Wood testing out backers coming in from square leg, and exceedingly close.
Well, not only close, but I think out. Had it hit the stumps. Oh, by a yard. Well, you can mark that down as risky or foolish or whatever you like. First ball of the innings and one on the board.
Thick inside edge. We'll get two here. Oh, that was a big in-swinger from Sylvester. Wood and Darling opening the batting. The absence of Bruce Laird. Failed the fitness test before the match began. There's a hamstring injury, nothing serious. Darling coming in, and Dyson will bat at number 3. In the air and down to the fielder who takes it. Roberts catches him. Wood is out. Well caught by Roberts down there. The hook shot played by Wood, and Australia have lost their first wicket, 4-6. Wood caught Roberts, bowl holding.
A loose stroke from Graham Wood. He had the man pinpointed down there. Only one man down at deep fine, and hit it just about straight down his throat, and that is a cruel blow for Australia. 1 for 6. Never over the top of it, never hitting it down. And Andy Roberts had plenty of time to come round, judged it perfectly, and took it very, very safely.
Certainly got up a bit more than he anticipated. More the top edge than the middle. And in any case, he was always hitting up. And it looked very much as if the West Indies had set that trap. They all ran down to congratulate Andy Roberts. And there'll be overthrows here. Just the one overthrow. Haynes going for the stumps and missing, and Marshall not being able to collect on the overthrow. So Dyson off the mark with 2. He lost a wicket, chasing there 190. Wood out for 1, caught by Roberts off hovlding. And here's Sylvester Clarke now to Rick Darling. Wood out, in fact, hooking. Looked very much as if the trap was set by the West Indies.
Indeed it did. It was just about the perfect bouncer, making the batsman hit it on the up, which he did very obligingly, almost straight into Andy Roberts' hands. Was always going to have to hit that ball in the air. Never looked like getting into the position of rolling his wrists over the top of it. Here's Sylvester Clarke.
Backus with a slight fumble, but very quickly backed up by Richards. Ball getting up more than Wood expected. Got too much of the top edge rather than the middle. And Mائیکل ھولڈنگ elated following through.
Big in-swingers from Sylvester Clarke here, and when Rick Darling's on strike, he's certainly trying to push the Yorker through his defence. Anything that's well up and is slanting into Rick Darling, he's inclined to play across. The West Indians have done their homework, as indeed they had done with Graham Wood. Looked for all the world as though it had been a trap set by Richards and Mائیکل ھولڈنگ.
Sliced over gully, and perhaps if that and there was in the gully, he might have had the opportunity to have taken a catch, but it was high over gully's head, and even the big bird.
But that old member stand is very full, so too the MA Noble and the ladies stand. It is one of the great sights of our time. Bradman stand on the right hand side.
And that's well hit. Got it behind square, 4 runs. Well inside of it and put it away.
Perhaps it didn't get up quite as much as Rick Darling thought and Mائیکل ھولڈنگ hoped, but he was well in position for that. Good stroke.
Rick Darling, of course, in good form. Got a century in the last Sheffield Shield match he played. Now holding off a short run. Swore dropped. Magnificent effort by Joel Garner. Got a chance nevertheless.
No one else would have got to it, but he almost pulled it off. It would have been a tremendous catch.
You almost feel the earth shake there when Joel Garner dived and fell heavily to the ground. So a chance for Rick Darling. Very difficult one. He just managed to get the left hand onto it.
It's a vital game.
Certainly has a magnificent stand, and it really is a pity that they can't extend it. Also a pity that they can't simplify the name so that commentators can pronounce it properly. Right shoulder of his had great difficulty batting, but yet again played another excellent innings of 30. Dujon, like others in the field now, paying some attention to something going on up in the hill. Always action up there. And a bit of can tossing up there. Good running. Just stopping it on the offside and taking off. John Dyson, a man in great form this season, especially against the West Indies. He's had 2 centuries against them. One, an injury. His perhaps not as serious or as obvious as many of the others, but he does have an injured left knee, cartilage problems, and he'll have that operated on as soon as this series is over. There's that left knee strapped. And he still seems to be able to bowl pretty quickly with it. Reckon that since the second test he hasn't been able to bowl flat out. That's the first wide of the innings. Signal by umpire Bedash.
Yes, and the umpires have been very severe on wides, and quite right too. These limited over games, it's very easy to push one down the leg side just to stop the batsman scoring or deprive him of the chance of doing so. The Australians did it, and there's Michael ھولڈنگ paying the penalty as well.
That's through. That's a fine shot, and that's 4 runs. So Dowling finishes off the over with a boundary. Good, confident, extra cover drive, and it's 1 for 28. Too much in the sky to cause anxiety among the Australians. There's just a little bit of spitting rain at the present time. Of course, if this match were to be washed out, both teams would have to settle for 1 point, and that would not be enough for the Australians. They must win here. Certainly they must have had all sorts of anxious moments yesterday and last night when the heavens absolutely opened up. But it's turned out to be a fine day.
They certainly don't want any rain to fall now, the Australians. Certainly the spectators don't either, but from the Australian point of view, they must have 15 overs bowled at them. So
Length of the
cut out. This is his home ground and undoubtedly his favourite ground. He's a heavy scorer here. Brought into the side to do a specific job, wearing down the West Indian attack. Dyson was 12th man up in Brisbane on Sunday. Came in here, given his chance when Laird was injured. Different circumstances from the Test match when he was brought in to bat at 3, so Greg Chappell could go down to 4.
And he's clobbered that over mid-wicket. It'll go across the ropes now for 4.